the hardest?
Yes, who's the hardest? I'm here with J-Rock. Welcome, my bro.
That's right. Come on, King.
Everything all right?
Bless.
You done know, my bro.
Yeah.
Before we start, man, I just wanted to big you up on all your accomplishments. And like I said to Randy, growing up, I watched you lot bust down the door for the music scene. You understand what I'm saying? And that was a big deal back then, growing up and seeing you, man, on the TV. You lot made it possible for the man them to even achieve that.
Course,
and the
bro.
fact that you done that, for me, that's a big move, you understand? So I just want to welcome you, big you up.
Thank you.
Welcome to Who's the Hardest, you know?
Like, as far as that is concerned, though, as well, like, a lot of people just caught the overnight success of things, like when the music videos and that was on top of the pops and this and that. Like, they didn't see the
groundwork.
You understand?
So take us to the start, the forefront. Where did it all start for
like,
Big Brother and yourself?
Yeah. So, like, randomly, back in the days when I was living in Lewisham, one of my homeboys brought me a tape. This guy's name was Dwayne Fraser from Brooklyn, in fact.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But he was living in London at the time doing bits. He brought me a tape, of like man them spitting bars and that. And I heard Randy's voice on the thing, talking about bad boys never quit. 1 in the chamber, 15 in the clip. I'm
no
a bad
way. What,
boy.
Randy was talking like that?
Bro, like when we was youths, like that. But I heard the tape and I was like, who's this spitting rude boy? Because I thought I was the hardest, like that. But when I heard man's voice, I was like, no, these men can actually compete. So like, Dwayne was like, come through to this place called Oval House. So like, everyone was there spitting in ciphers, freestyling, even doing some battles and that. So I thought, let me turn up, innit?
Yeah.
So coming from Lewisham over to like Oval, like you understand, every weekend connecting with mans and that, it was like eye-opening that there was youths in the UK that was on this level, innit? Because I was just fresh from the States, had a mad American accent, this, that and the other. So yeah, got started working with these man.
So hold on, you was born in America?
No, bro, I was born in Africa, to be honest,
Okay.
But like, I left Africa when I was a baby. Like, I don't even remember Africa like that. So like, I was moved to America straight away, like, because my dad was a diplomat in with the government and that, like, you understand? So in the early 80s, all I remember is like America and that kind of flex that we was on back in those days.
Giant pizzas and them things.
Yeah, gang, like, like different types of living for us, like, you get me? I keep telling people I was like Carlton Banks. I was nothing like Fresh Prince. You understand what I'm saying?
No way.
I was that money, like, you understand, born into a lot of bread and like, didn't know nothing about road shit, like, you understand what I'm saying? So, like, there was a coup in my country in Africa.
Yeah.
And my dad kind of lost his position, this, that, and the other. Like, if he went home, man would have murdered him. Like, facts, like, real like that. So, like, my dad came to England, left us in America. These times, I'm getting into hip-hop a little bit, this, that. But, like, I still don't know nothing about nothing. I'm a ute. Like, you understand? So when I came to the UK, that's when it was like, I was hearing for the first time, life has changed. Like, you got to toughen up. You got to do this. You got to do that. Whoop-de-woo. So I was like, oh, okay, it's a new experience.
It got real. That's when it got real.
Yeah, it got real quick.
Yeah,
You understand? So again, like, back to the music bits, like, you understand? Like, I was hearing Randy's voice, like, raw, this youth is fucking amazing. Like, you understand?
But was Randy rapping American then, or was he with his British accent when you heard it?
Nah, like...
Because you know, back then a lot of man used to rap with the American twang. We all was trying to buy it.
Yeah.
You get me?
But Randy is Jamaican. You get what I'm saying? So like, his flow was more like Biggie. Like, you understand? He had a bit of twang. Yeah, he had a little twang to it. Like, you understand? Had a little bit of American influence, but I wouldn't say he was rapping American. That's big.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like, you understand? But he had the right balance between UK and US.
I get you.
Plus with the Yardman twist, So I was like, raw, I need to go and spit with these, man.
Yeah.
Like, so I got in, obviously, like, to keep it 100% funky. Them man there was strapped. When I came through, coming from Lewisham to Bricky or Oval, I was strapped. Like, you understand?
Oh, you lot were rolling tooled up back then?
Yeah, bro, like in our late teens and that, like, you understand what I'm saying?
Late teens, but what's going on the road? That's what's that, like late 90s?
Yeah.
Mid-90s?
Like 90, early 90s, bro, like 94, bro.
Okay.
95, like, you understand? And because, like, man was so young, there wasn't a lot of youths that was on our level. Like,
but did you have issues in the street to have to be rolling like that?
No.
Man just had it like that?
Yeah. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, man had beef with certain legends, like from ghetto, from like different bits. But it wasn't nothing that man couldn't handle. And like in every town, like every little area that man passed through, someone would say, "Bro, that's J-Rock, this, that, and the other." Like, I would get more love than hate. Like, I was like, I don't know if you ever see City of God, but you know when they say, "Oh, that's the coolest gangster in the bits."
Yeah.
I had that kind of role, like a reputation. I wasn't out here robbing people or busting man's face for the fun of it. Like, I was cool. If you needed it, I would hook you up. Like, you understand? If man was like, "Oh, Rocky, I want to work for you," I was like, "Cool, say nothing, here's a line." You understand what I'm saying? So us, man, was on like big stuff, like as youths, like, you understand? But we also was looked out for by certain legends and that, so it wasn't easy to move to man in any regard.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes. So coming up, so what was your first like intake with music? Like, what made you get into the music? So obviously you heard Randy.
Yeah.
Moving forward, what transition from there to get to where it is with Big Brother?
Like through my school days, innit? Like, I used to go to a school called Hatcham Wood and that.
Yeah.
I left school early. I left school when I was like 14. And like, I went back to the States. And like, when I went to the States now, like my brother's friend was like, "Reba, you got a face for TV, but what's your talent?" And I was like,
what? Someone just randomly said that to you?
He was a DJ though. He was a DJ
okay.
like on radio, but like we was having one of these American cookouts and that barbecue around the back, this, that, and the other. And like my sister was like, "Rocky's getting into trouble all the time. Like this, that, and that. He's gonna end up in jail. This, that." So my man like came to me one away and was like, "You got a face for TV, but what's your talent?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like, you understand? These times I didn't want to say I could spit. You understand? But what he did was he gave me a sampling machine. And like, it was like, if you learn how to sample beats and put beats together, then I'll get you on radio.
Oh, sweet.
So I was like, "Is it?" And he was like, "Yeah, 100%. So I was like, okay. I started learning how to sample rhythms and that. So I was sampling off of Jermaine Dupri at first, like a lot of Criss Cross records.
I'm so deaf.
So deaf materials, you understand what I'm saying? And then I started just building from there, like, you understand? But every day I was like, "Oh, listen to my bars, listen to my new bars," like bothering people, "Listen to my new bars, this, that." So like I became well known in the area. Like, we used to live in like DC, kind of like Southeast DC, like it's like London over there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you understand? But I fit in real good, like, you understand? But the difference was, because I was living in the UK and coming backwards and forwards, like, it was like, man was like, "I didn't grow up with you though." Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I would still have issues with certain guys. Like, you understand? Especially when, like, I started getting known for music, like, you understand? Man would be like, "Oh, but you're not hard though, you're this, that, and the other." So I'm like, "Bro, you don't understand what England is actually about." So like, it made me harder than necessary, like, you understand? I was compensating because I was on my ones.
Yeah, no, I
you
get
know,
that.
like that.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't having no bars of it, like, you understand? Don't get it twisted, like, I got a lot of family in the States, and like my cousins also, and like, you know, my brother-in-laws and this and that, they're all legends in the bits, like, you understand? But they was putting it on me directly to say that, "Raw, maybe you're not as hard as you think." And like, you understand? So I was always like well known in the bits for badness though, like, you understand? So when I became popular over music, it was like, this is a good transition, like, you understand what I'm saying? So again, my guy Clarence, he put me on the radio like he said he would. And like, from there, I started spreading like from one place to state differently. Like, cause like my sisters was college age, even though I was still like 14, 15. So I was getting invited to college dances and that. Howard Homecoming and this, that, and the other, Freaknik, this, that. So like,
Oh, what, you went Freaknik, yeah?
Yeah, bro. But I was a youth, you understand what I'm saying?
But they stopped Freaknik now, innit?
Yeah, because like people was getting touched up in ways that wasn't cool. But like, at the end of the day, like, to be a part of the culture back then, yeah, I was setting my foundations like that.
Yeah, I see Big Meech and them man doing in the Freaknik on the BMF program. Yeah, I see that still.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was exactly like that. Like, you understand? Like, Afro Nation has got nothing on Freaknik.
Swear.
And if man are gonna put something together, like for adults, grown and sexy, yeah, bring the Freaknik UK, because like, yeah, the possibilities are endless on that.
You
So, yeah. But again, like, you know, from growing up in DC to being in, like, becoming quite well known in Atlanta, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, all through the South. Only recently I started doing business in, like, Miami and this and that, like, you understand? But for me, my reputation kind of precedes me, like, you understand? So a lot of people will say, J-Rock, oh, the guy from LA. And it's like, no, not him, the guy from London. And then everyone's like, oh, I heard about him. Like, you understand? And everyone's like, oh, he's 100. So I love that part of my reputation, you know what I'm saying?
So what, do you go back? Do you go back to and check in on DC and all of that?
Yeah. But I have a house in Vegas now.
Wicked.
Like, you understand? Like, one away, so like, during Christmas or whatever, when we're doing like family reunions or get-togethers, we go to the house in Vegas now.
What's it like over there, like Skid Row? Man say like they're giving away millions in the Russian roulette and them thing then, you know, like gambling bare money. But around the corner you got Skid Row, bare tramps lying down the road, and how does that work? That's weird.
Like the first time I heard about bath salts, so you know the drugs over there, like I was like, what is that guy on? And like my sister was like, oh, he's on bath salts, it's a new thing. And I was like, no way.
Well, what they be doing with that, smoking bath salts or drinking it?
I think they smoke it, bro. It's like crack, but like, you know, it's a bit like methamphetamines or whatever. Like, you know,
the chemicals just get into their brain.
Yeah, bro. I don't do drugs like that, and I'm not even on the roads like that like anymore. But like, from what I can see, people are getting destroyed by these drugs. I saw like Keith Murray the other day.
Is he on that as well?
Yeah,
he looked like he's deteriorating, bro. Like he is a real, you know, like he's a
OG,
real
bro.
OG in the thing, bro. It's sad, bro.
Yeah, fam. He needs help, bro. 100%. Like, you understand? So again, when I see like heroes of mine that have just fallen backwards, it kind of inspires me to never end up in that boat. Like, you understand? I've taken my risks for my lifetime. I've taken my shots and chances.
You said heroes of yours. What other heroes have let you down? You said Keith Murray.
Boy, Keith Murray's a big one. But like, you know when certain man like Eric Sermon or something had set up Parrish Smith from EPMD and this and that. Like for me, you see how me and my guys roll. It's love for real. It's genuine, innit? Like no one ain't ripping off no one. We're just getting it. Like, you understand? After 20 years, we're still rocking and rolling, same speed. But like, these men could be on the same wave. Like, you understand? They could have been 30, 40 years in the game by now. Like, you understand? But because of little idiot, like, money issues and raw,
not
man,
signing the right deals and all of that. Yeah,
bro. You understand what I'm saying? So those ones are heartbreaking to see, because at a time I looked so highly up to these men. Like, you understand? Like, another disappointing move was like, I always mention this, like Tim Westwood brought over Biggie Smalls and Craig Mack one year, like, you understand? So we was at that concert, like at the front of the audience, and that Biggie Smalls is like, bro, I didn't know there was New York niggas in London, or niggas that look like New York niggas in London. Cause obviously we had on our Ave
Well,
reps.
you actually heard Biggie say this from his mouth.
Yes, bro. Like Biggie handed man the spliff from the stage, like, you understand, and us man put it back in the audience and so forth, like, you understand. So again, like Biggie was meant to be coming to London, like, you understand, and after that connection, like, you understand, we had felt like Biggie was coming to do more business with us, like, you understand.
What, and then shortly after he dropped out?
The day before he was meant to be coming, he got murdered, bro.
No.
The day before he was coming over to the UK, he got murdered in LA. Like, you understand? And like I had people phoning me from the States, like, "Raw, I know you was excited about Biggie Smalls coming back to London, but he's dead." And I was like, "You're talking shit." Like, you understand? We just had communication recently. Man would be like, "No, Biggie Smalls passed away," and like putting the phone next to MTV News so I could hear it direct.
No way.
Like, you understand? So I was like, raw, heartbroken from that.
What was he like when you met him? Was he like starstruck? Was he cool?
You know what the wickedest thing is?
Did he struggle breathing when he talked? Was he husky? Did he sound like how he raps when he talks?
I tell you what,
Them man is a legend. R.I.P. big man.
Absolutely. I tell you what though, like during his set, he had to take a seat a couple times, pour some champagne, drinking and this, that and the other. But while he was taking a break, like he was
Mingling and
he was looking at who's in the audience, innit?
networking.
Like what's good from what's not kind of thing. Like, you understand? Puff Daddy's over there doing stage dives.
flamboyant.
You know, like, you know, like that.
Big up Diddy, man.
Yeah, but like Biggie Smalls was, you understand, he was just recognizing real. So like when he passed man the spliff, it was like on a raw. After this, let's link up.
What them man they playing back then? Was it Mersh or Ash?
No,
'Cause it weren't no loud back then, bro.
But man had skunk on the go, innit? Like
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Man had bits and pieces moving and that. So like obviously it was like a hookup thing afterwards. Like it was a bit of our thing for giving us a spliff earlier. Like
Okay.
showing man love
Locked
and
in.
that. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like that's why we had the feeling like when he came back to the UK, we could touch base again, probably do some business, be the UK junior mafia. Like, you
I feel
understand?
it. That would have worked.
Like
still.
Little C's was
With
there.
the firm.
Yeah. Little C's was there, and like a couple man that they roll heavy with was there. So like
Was Kim
again,
there? Was Kim there?
You know what? I don't remember
Faith.
Kim being there. Like I know Little Kim from like Mobo's here, cause like it was her and Blue Cantrell that was hosting the Mobos
That was back
when
in
we
the
was
days. When was that
when
like?
we was winning
2000 era,
2002.
yeah.
2001, 2002. I think it was 2002 if my man remembers rightly. But yeah, that's where I know Little Kim from and stuff like that. They were showing a lot of love as well. Like, you understand? Because no one knew at those particular times
That there's rappers over here.
that there's real niggas in London. Like, you get me? They thought
tea and
everyone was on.
crumpets and toast
Yes,
and
my brother.
Cheerio, old chap.
Yes,
and
my brother.
Yeah.
And plus, man had the US twang as well, so they had no problem communicating with us.
And
Like,
one
you
thing I
understand?
must say about us as Londoners, we had swag before. No disrespect
No,
to
this
them.
is the
Biggie
thing.
was doing Versace shirts and
Yeah,
everything.
bro.
Tupac was doing Versace shirts,
Yeah,
but
bro.
we was doing that normal. Man
Like,
was in
man was
Probito every week.
Yeah, bro.
chopping
Don't
it up
ever
in
get it
Probito.
twisted.
You
But
feel me?
even not on the Versace or Moschino wave, yeah. Like man would be like, "What jeans are those?" And it's like G-Star Raw, bro. You never heard of these. Like you understand what I'm saying? They was late, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you
We was on
understand
that
the-
Milano thing from
Yeah,
early, bro.
you get
Straight
what I'm
Italian
saying?
lines.
Absolutely. But like,
They
even
got it on
today,
Smash now, though. I give them it now.
even today, they're even more on like what are the UK wearing and trying to emulate us style-wise. You understand
Nah,
what I'm
facts.
saying?
Who's the hardest?